Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. Today we're going to be looking at a playset for the Ready2Robot toy line. This is Big Slime Battle. Alright, so this is the first actual playset that we're getting for the Ready2Robot toy line. Up to now it's just been the figures and little accessory missile launchers. So I've been waiting for this big starter kit, well actually playset, so it's quite the starter kit. To come out, and it finally has, and of course the timing only makes sense as we approach the holiday season. But before I go any further with this, I want me to bring those who don't know what Ready2Robot is, at least on a toy level, bring you really quick up to speed. So essentially there are these little collectible figures. I have one here, and they come with all their parts. So they come disassembled, but assembly is super easy. You got the ball and socket method here, so you just basically pop them in, and there you go. And so you can see that allows them to be posable, and also you can swap out different parts when you have more than one to make your own custom mech robot, whatever you want to call them, mobile suit. Okay, anyway, so the kind of the catch theme for Ready2Robot is build, swap, battle. All right, and also the little pilots come out too. Okay. Alright, so that's what they are. Now let's get back to this playset. Okay. There we go. So let's give you a sense of scale, just how big this thing is. So I have a standard size playing card here. So there you go. And from the side. Yeah, so. Okay. Now, as far as the weight, there's some weight to this. I mean, it's not exactly light, so there's evidently quite a bit of stuff packed in there. And that leads me to, well, our next bit, which is going to be what I do in all these reviews. I do an around the box, where we go around the box and look at the, how the features are listed, the presentation, and all that. But in this case, it's of particular importance, and you'll see why in a second. So let's get to that. All right, so here we go. We have for Ready2Robot, the typical hexagon box. It seems that no matter what Ready2Robot is sold in, it's always going to have 6 sides. So it's a theme that catches your eye. You know it's a Ready2Robot toy most likely when you see the 6-side, any kind of packaging. All right, so that's first. We also noticed that this isn't, it's not shrink wrapped. Instead, we just have this kind of cardboard sleeve that goes over all of the back and part of the front, namely the middle. Alright, so let's look at what it tells us about it. So, I'll have to pick up the camera here. Alright, so it's Series 1, and so we're still in Series 1, and there's our kind of poster child for the Ready2Robot series, and then Big Slime Battle. Even though you can't see the figures in there, they're still doing the whole mystery thing. So once we get inside, the figures will still probably be in those trademark hexagon tubes that you take apart part by part to reveal each part of your new robot. Okay, and here you'll see it says what's inside. So we get slime weapons, blasting missiles, slime pods, and battle bots, and more. Okay, going around to the back here. We have some of the characters, kind of like the main characters, and then, okay, so down here, what's inside, yet again, they're telling us they have blasting missiles, slime pods, battle bots, and new slime weapons. And if I can zoom in here, I don't know, well, we'll see, of course, when I open it up, but it looks like they're little, like almost mini little super soakers that I think you fill up with water, or not water, in this case slime, right? Kind of like a pipette. You squeeze the ball bend, it sucks up the slime, and then you squeeze it and it shoots out onto your robot foes. Now, okay, so let's go around the side. So the side's exposed, and it definitely does look like some kind of arena. So I guess the hexagon in this case kind of makes extra sense, right? All right, but I said that this around the box was especially important. And the reason why is what we didn't see. Now, it was namely, I'm talking about the contents. It listed, and I'll bring it up again here, it listed what's inside, told about slime weapons, blasting missiles, slime pods, and battle bots, and more. First of all, we don't know what that and more is, but almost more importantly, it doesn't tell us how many bots we're getting. Or how many slime weapons, or blasting missiles. So, and then it doesn't get any clearer on the back, although we get kind of a little picture there, we still don't know exactly what we're getting. We kind of have an idea, but we don't know quantity. Now, you might be thinking, well, okay, well, that's kind of good enough, and if you know what the Ready2Robot series is about, you kind of know what the blasting missiles and all that. So why am I making a big deal of this? Well, now, this is kind of a difference. I normally don't talk about price in my videos, but because this is going to be on the shelves of big box stores, I might as well go ahead. It won't vary as much as other things I review. This thing is $80, and after tax, I ended up paying $86 and some change. Now you kind of see why I'm not having the contents listed out as far as like 3 bots and so many slime pods or whatever. I'm taking a little leap of faith that this is actually going to be worth $80-some. So now hopefully that question will get it with, oh, it was super worth it because we got all these really cool and more, whatever that and more is, right? Or maybe we're going to get 10 bots, right? And since each one of these guys here, if you buy them singly, they cost $10. So am I going to get 8? Or probably not 8, maybe it's 5. I don't know. So, all right. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and do the unboxing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. All right. So we have some tape here on the bottom, and okay, I'm just going to see if I can slide it out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some tape and stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and took off some of those tapes enough to get the whole sleeve to open up like a book here. So once you take that off, that's what you get. Also, the instruction manual was tucked in the space in between. So let's go ahead and look at this manual real quick. It has nice big pictures. So, okay, so I'll go ahead and read this for you real quick, but just to give you an idea that there are pictures, okay? And pictures on the back as well. Okay, now let's look at the actual item here. I must say it looks cool. I like that. Kind of looks like a reactor core or something. So that's pretty cool. All right, and there we go. And you can see they have these zip ties to hold everything closed, which is appreciated. I must say, even on the store, this thing isn't rattling. I mean, so the pieces are held in tight enough, which makes it feel a lot more quality when it doesn't rattle. Okay, the back there. Yeah, here we go with the hexagon theme again. Alright. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these straps here, or zip ties, and also I'll look at the manual real quick. Alright, so I got the zip ties off. You might want to make sure you have a sharp scissor or like a pair of wire snips or something to get those off. Okay. Now, I also did look at the instructions, so I kind of have a little idea of what is going on, but let's go ahead and get into it here. So, the first thing, as you can see by this real cool dial here, is you go ahead and you can see lock and unlock. So the first thing, as you probably guessed, is to turn it to the unlock position. Okay, pops open, okay. Okay, so first off, that's pretty cool. I was expecting that they pop open on their own. So far, it's cool. I like it. Okay, now, so what we have inside, you can see, yeah. So we have this little spring action going on all of the contents here. So first of all, we'll pull these out. These are your bots, okay? So essentially in here is a figure much like this. So it looks like, and I've done a video on opening these before, so feel free to check that out to see how they get revealed from this container. Alright, so that is a robot and a pilot. Of course, another robot and a pilot. Now we'll get over to, let's do these next. These here are your little kind of like drone missile launcher type characters. Our accessory bot companion, whatever you want to call them. Here, in the sense, this is one of them. I'll pick that up there. So here we go. So it's a little kind of a walker, and it also does actually shoot these little missiles with your typical spring-loaded push button. They fire out. So you get one of those in here, and also here. So we have two of the little companion drones. And keep in mind, I don't know if it's going to be this exact one in color and whatnot, but same type as this. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 bots, 2 pilots, and 2 drone accessory bots. Okay, now you're probably wondering what these are here. And, well, actually, there's 2 things in here. So each one of these contains this powder, which turns into slime. And then on the back end, you have a slime weapon. So, yes, and it's like I thought. The weapons are essentially little squirt guns where you pinch the back to fill them up with liquid slime, so watery slime, and then you squeeze that back part and the slime shoots out. Alright, so you have, it looks like red slime, blue slime, green slime, and purple. Alright, and I guess there's a weapon in each one of these, so you'll get 4 slime weapons. Alright, now, this whole thing, there's more. If you go, this is supposed to lift up here. Alright, so I figured it out. You gotta bring it back to the unlock position. So, to unlock it, you go all the way around the circle, but then to get this to come up, you have to leave it facing there, and then it just pulls up. Okay, and what do we have here? Okay, so you can see we have slime pods. So, of course, I'm going to pull up the green one, right? Put the camera down here for a second. There we go. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you can see how they kind of flower out like that. Cool, nice touch. So we have, it looks like, yeah, I can see there's a pilot in there. See that little orange there at the very corner? It's easy because you can see it's the lighter one, so you can see the little pilot. Well, not one, but you can see there's a pilot in there. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, and then around here we have 4. So if there's a pilot in each one, that adds, now we have 4 extra pilots. So, alright, cool. I really like the way this thing opens, but whoa, yeah, let's look at this guy here. So, yeah, I like that. That's really actually cool. Okay, so sink them back into their safe spot. And now, if I recall, this whole thing is supposed to lift up. Okay, so to get the whole thing to come up, again, you keep this pointed to the unlock position, and you pull straight up, and you can see the whole thing opens up. Here's a thing of what it looks like underneath. Alright. Now, for the storage area, you can see we have one more thing awaiting us here, and that's this. And of course, yes, it's a hexagon, but get a little brochure of some of the characters. But you're wondering what this cup is for. This is your measuring cup for making the slime water. Alright, so you end up, what you do is you fill this up with warm water. Fill it up with warm water. There's also like a fill line on there. And then you go ahead and put this in, and then you let it soak. Of course, you remove the plastic here. So you can see there's plastic around each one of these little slime pods. So anyways, you take out the plastic, then put this in the warm water, which is in this cup, and then the water turns to slime in about 8 minutes. And then, of course, you take out the little gun or weapon that comes in there, and then you fill that up with your corresponding slime. Alright, so it looks like you'll be able to make 4 full cups of slime since we have 4 slime pods. And you also have, soon, 4 slime guns to fill them up. Now, alright, now, this, you can also use this. You can flip this over, like so. Okay, there we go. So, you can leave it like this, and you can use this as a battle arena. So, get our little guy out here. Alright, so, and you have a cool little hexagon, with different elevations. Also, these little connection points, you can put your slime weapons on there and use them kind of like, yeah, to pivot and shoot. So I guess you could, I don't know, each player could have like, 2 slime weapons, and then you could go ahead and shoot across the battlefield as your robots duke it out. So pretty cool. Also, these evidently can come off and you can flip them around, so, and then attach it, so instead of this going down like spider legs, it could come up and hang over the top. So that's kind of nifty. Okay, so there you go. That's all the contents. Of course, this isn't one of them, so let's just put them up here. Yeah, slime pods. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know these things also fit into the back, so. Alright. Well, I guess you could kind of use that to like make terrain and stuff too, right? You can hide behind the slime container and then use your little gun to shoot around the corner while your pilot hides back here. That's pretty slick. Let's see, do these stick in here too? Okay, so these do not. These are too big, but these probably still do. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, oh, okay, I get it. So you can kind of make, yeah, so, oh, it would be one of these here. Yeah, okay, nifty. Yeah, so, anyways, put this, yeah, there you go. Put the little aquarium right there in the middle. One thing I wanted to show you as far as putting it back together when you're all done, if you kept your characters in their containers, disassembled them, put them back into these, you can go ahead and put them back in. Now here's the trick. To secure them all, start with your dial here at this position. Then you go ahead and close this leaf, right? And then you go ahead and turn to the next position, and then that holds this down. You can see how that little tab now is trapped underneath this like washer here. Alright, and then of course you do that going all the way around until you get back to here, and you'll have all your components all held securely in by these pedals. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so that's basically what you get. I think it's pretty nifty. I like the way how it opens up and everything. Now let's get to is it worth $80? Well, if we do the math, we have 2 bots, so that would be 20, right? So here's your $20. Then these little guys, well, these usually come in a kind of a, was it a 3-pack? Or is it a 3-pack? Yeah, I think there was a 3-pack and there was also a 2-pack, meaning you would get 1 drone bot and 1 full-size bot. So I don't know, let's just price these at like 5, okay? So you get 5 and 5, so there's your 10. So we have 20 and 10, so there's your $30 in figures. But then remember, we get the little pilots in the middle here. Yeah, so we get these guys here in the middle, and remember there's 4 of them. So there we go. So those guys in their slime. So okay, you get some pilots. That's nifty, and you get a pretty cool base to play on. I would say, yeah, if you're into this series, I think it could be worth $80. But of course, it's going to be up to personal taste. I do kind of feel though that $80 is pushing it. I know as people get close to the $100 mark, they start to kind of question things a little more. Is it really worth it? So I think they priced this a little high. But again, if you're into the series, it's definitely worth getting. But again, it'll be up to the consumer to decide.